Okay, Ty, we are live on Get Set Up. I have made you host back. You can make me co-host now.
You are now the co-host, so we're ready to go.
Thank you.
You can come in here if you're quiet. No barking, no. Oh, hi everybody. We'll let a few more pop in and then we'll get started. I'm going to shut my door to muffle some of the dog barking. I think somebody just left a package on the front porch and disturbed the dog. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Oh, okay. Thank you all for joining me for Tai Chi. We're working on the Sung style 12 forms for beginners. My name is Tai. I'm your guide today. I live in Lake Mary, Florida, a suburb of Orlando. I have a background in biology and psychology and computer science. And from all that background, I eventually became a consultant and was traveling around helping medical centers find and exploit their data from their computer system. So I taught a lot of classes, found out I really have an enjoyment sharing information. So in my retirement, I like to teach. I took my experience and practice with yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, and brought it to my teaching. And then with the advent of COVID, I started teaching online and found out I kind of like that. So here I am today with you guys to guide you through the Sung style Tai Chi forms. And my goal is to teach you the mechanics. I want you to learn the practice. And then over time, I hope to help you expand from those basic mechanics into a movement that is meditative, a deeper meditative moving practice. That's the goal, but you will have to learn the mechanics first. We're here today on getsetup.io, which brings us all together, seniors helping other seniors learn something. One thing about being seniors is we've had a lot of time to experience and learn things. Well, now is our chance to share it with each other. Ideally, we can learn from each other in each one of these sessions, including if I can see you, I can learn from you. I can learn what you're doing and what I need to do next, how to guide you through the forms that I'm teaching you. So if you have your camera on, that's ideal. If you're not comfortable with the camera on, that's acceptable. That's fine. I'm just glad you're here. But I want to counsel you like this in hopes that maybe in a future class, you'll be comfortable enough to turn your camera on. We have Victor today as our TA. He's going to be monitoring and making sure things happen like the recording. So after class, if you want a copy of today's class, just email help@getsetup.io, and they will help you by getting you a copy of the recording, set you up with a link so that you'll have your own copy. If you didn't make it in the registration because it got booked up, that's a nice statement, but it also sometimes locks people out. So if you didn't get in with the registration and you made the effort to come in through live stream, thank you very much, because it's nice to see that you'll take that extra step to get in. That's wonderful, and I really appreciate that. But of course, the best way to participate is to join us as a registrant and be in the class. At the end of the session, I'm going to give you a link of how to go right to my classes and see which the next one is available with slots in it. And maybe that'll help you book future classes. Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products. Now, this is the important screen. That's why there's so much red on it. My expectation is you've spoken with your physician, and that conversation has resulted in you knowing if you have any limitations you should honor in movement or exercise programs. Maybe you have a health condition or you're taking medications. You need to know what your doctor thinks of you doing gentle movement like this. I've never met a doctor yet who doesn't promote people to take classes in gentle Tai Chi, because it is such great movement no matter what ails you. But as long as you honor limits that are set up on you by the doctor, because it's for your own good. Now, that's the first rule. The second rule is follow whatever your body tells you. If your body is telling you you're getting tired, you're getting out of breath, you're getting lightheaded, honor what your body's telling you and stop. Take a rest. Maybe in a few moments you'll feel like resuming, but honor what your body says, because that's a very important sensations to pay attention to. And that's one thing that Tai Chi actually teaches us, is to pay more attention to the sensations in our body and realize what's going on with our body, even if it's just balance and center of gravity. But it's also, what else do you feel in your body? So turn that practice to your benefit and honor what your body's telling you. Number 3, pay attention to what I'm saying and follow along. You don't have to follow me exactly. I'm giving you a guidance through the basic movements. Does not have to be perfect. There's 3 basic forms. Actually, I should expand this to 4. There's the universal posture and the Wuji form, the commencement form, and the open and close form. I cover these in detail in the intro class, which is called Tai Chi, Why It's Great for Seniors. I will talk you through them today, but we do it more and we focus on these in the intro class, as well as the salute. But in today's class, we're going to be covering the single whip sequence, which is 6 of the 12 forms. We do it right and we do it left. Today, we'll focus on doing it to the left, I think. I think we did it right next time. So we'll do single whip left practice today. The other 6 forms is brush the knee sequence, and we'll practice that in the next class. I try to flip back and forth. Basic rules. This is a good summary. Do only what you're comfortable with. That's paying attention to your body. Do only what you're capable of doing. That's your doctor's directions. Wear something comfortable, preferably loose clothes and flat, well-fitted shoes. Some people like to do their Tai Chi barefooted. It's not something I recommend. I think it's better to have some sort of support on your feet. But of course, you're at home. If you want to go barefooted, you're certainly welcome to do so. But only do it if you know that you're very well balanced and comfortable that way. Take care of yourself. If you're very hungry, or if you just had a good sized meal, don't practice. That's more important between classes. But if by any chance you just had a big meal and you came to this class, be very careful in class and don't do too much. You don't want to make yourself nauseated. Take rest periods as needed. Stop if you feel pain. Pain does not mean that you're gaining. Pain means you're injuring yourself. So if you feel any pain, back off. Always stay in your comfort zone. Now, your comfort zone is measured in multiple ways. One is by level of exertion. How much do you want to do in the next hour? The range of motion. How far do you care to reach? Now, in Tai Chi, we don't reach 100% of our reach. We only go 70 or 80%. But maybe your comfort zone is 30 or 40%. Honor that. And the length of practice. Are you good for moving for 30 minutes? Maybe you only want to do a 15-minute practice. Once you learn the mechanics, start slowing down and move as slowly and smoothly as you're able. We'll slow down to some extent in class, but in class, I need to get certain mechanics across to you, so we're moving kind of quickly. But once you start practicing at home, if you choose to do a home practice, slow it down. Breathe. By breathe naturally, all that means is don't hold your breath at any time. Don't get so focused on what you're doing that you're holding your breath, which is common for us. Breathe naturally, smoothly, constantly. And minimize the amount of energy you put into your muscles. Once you get used to the mechanics, start seeing if you can kind of relax deeper into the movements and use less effort. One trick of the trade is you consider the air around you as being somewhat dense, like a fog, a thick fog that you are swimming through. And you can just imagine that gentle, dense fog pressing against you, giving you a little bit of resistance as you move, sort of slows you down. And it's cool fog, so it feels nice flowing over your arms. Bottom line on all of this is let go. Let things go. Let extra strength go from your muscles. Let tension go from the body. Let that mental baggage go. You're into your practice. Let that baggage wait till later. Less is always more in Tai Chi. Less is always more. And there's no hurry. In Tai Chi, never hurry. Make sure you have enough time to do. If you plan a 15-minute practice, plan a half hour around it. If you're doing a 5-minute practice, plan 15 minutes. Never put yourself in a situation where you have to rush your Tai Chi. There's guidelines in Tai Chi that we follow: mindfulness, slow movement, postural alignment, weight separation, breath awareness, integrated movement, active relaxation, and mind-body principles. I pick one each class and try to focus on it. Today, we're going to talk about breath awareness. It's actually probably my favorite one. In Tai Chi, we breathe into our bellies, our abdomen. We don't breathe into the chest. We allow the breath to fill up our belly. That's using your diaphragm. And when your diaphragm is fully used, it creates a bigger vacuum in your torso to pull in more air. When you just breathe in the upper chest, you're not fully using that diaphragm. So breathe into the belly. Really enjoy that sensation as you inhale and push the belly out, and then pushing the belly in as it comes back toward the spine. Try to maintain this sort of pattern as you practice. If you're not used to doing it, you're going to fall out of the pattern. Don't stress over that. Just remind yourself when you've gone back to chest breathing that, hey, let me shift it back down to my abdomen. And don't hold your breath. That's more important than anything. If you're going to hold your breath, I'd rather you breathe into your chest. Just correct yourself if you find any of that going against it. So now let's do some practice. You can practice standing or seated, or you can have a chair handy and hang on to it while you're, or touch it when you need to while you're standing. I recommend a chair that does not have rollers. Or maybe you're like me, you have a wall nearby and you just touch the wall when you need extra balance. You'll see me doing that in the teaching or the guidance. Wear comfortable, loose fitting clothes, indoor shoes, something inexpensive, or just what you have on hand, like tennis shoes or deck shoes, but you can buy inexpensive Tai Chi shoes. I found mine online. I can't remember if it was eBay or Amazon about 8 years ago for $12, and they seem to last forever because you never wear them out. You just use them inside for your practice. And have water available. Always have water. Stay hydrated. So let's do some practice. I'm going to stop this sharing. and get some music going. Now, the complaints with the music is always it's too loud or it's too soft. I can't seem to find a happy medium. So I'm doing my best with getting a happy medium, but I'd rather falter on it being too soft to be heard for some people than overpowering. So what I'm going to ask you is once I turn it on, just tell me if you can hear it at all. And let me share it first. Okay, I got the music shared, and I'm going to turn on the music, and you just tell me if you can hear it. Can you hear me okay above it? Is my voice loud enough? Perfect. I love those thumbs up. Okay, if you're going to practice standing, come on up with me. You're seated, just get comfortable in your chair. We start with Wuji, the universal posture. So stand tall. I'm going to turn sideways. Stretch your head up to the sky. And then tuck your chin just a little to straighten your cervical spine a bit. Tuck your tailbone just a little. That's going to pivot your hips a little. They'll tuck in. That's a good time to soften the knees. Relax the shoulders and the arms just sort of dangle. That's your Wuji. And breathe. Remember the abdominal breath. Breathe into your belly. If you haven't taken Tai Chi, why it's great for seniors, please come to that class one time and we'll talk a little bit more about Wuji. Now from Wuji, we start any sequence, any practice, always start your practice with an opening form or a commencement form. For this commencement form, we're going to be rotating the shoulders, bringing the hands up to chest height, allowing the hands to drop. And as they're dropping, you're sinking in the knees a little bit. Pull the hands towards your belly button. As the hands come up the chest, bring your weight to the right foot. And then step out with the left. Your weight's on the left foot. Bring that right foot to join the left. The elbows come down and your hands come back into heart center for an open and a close. An open and close is literally just that. You open the hands and close them. It's as though you're holding an energy ball and you're stretching the ball and then allowing it to come back. Let's do that again. Find your Wuji. Inhale and bring the hands up. Remember, you're pushing through a thick fog. Drop the hands. Sink a little in the knees. Hands come up the chest and your weight goes to the right foot. Step out with the left. Small step. Bring your weight to the left foot. Step forward with the right. Elbows down. Open and close. We detailed that a lot more in the intro class. But for today's class, we're going to start our sequence with just the open and close, and we're doing single whip to the right. Now, if you're mirroring me, you might be doing single whip for the left. That's okay, because in another class, if I'm doing left, you'll mirror and do right. That's fine. So find your Wuji and the energy ball, or the open and close posture. And you open and close. Single whip. You bring the weight to one foot. In this case, I'm bringing it to my left foot. Maybe you're bringing it to your right. You turn 45 degrees to the other direction and step out with that foot, heel, toe, and you bring your weight to that foot that's forward. Turn the hands away and push, as though you're pushing an energy curtain. Do that again. Bring the feet back in. Open and close. Single whip to the right. Weight to this foot. Step out and push. Notice you keep a nice straight back. You do not lean into the posture. So it's open and close, step out and push. It's as though you're pushing an energy curtain. So come back to Wuji, open and close, step out 45 degrees and push. Now the weight's on that right foot. The hands are extended out from the body, but you're in good posture. So your weight is heavy on that toe and you're in good balance, is what I meant. You're going to open the curtain by separating the hands. This hand, you're going to watch the back of as you rotate the torso. For me, it's the left hand. Just take that hand back, rotate it back, and notice how your body weight shifts from one foot to the other. Right now, my weight's on that forward foot. As I rotate, my weight goes to the left foot. That's some of that shifting weight or that rocking weight that I talk about. So let's try that again. I'm going to turn my back to you. So my words should match my movements. Open and close, single whip right. I'm bringing my weight to the left foot. That frees up my right foot. So I'm going to turn to the right 45 degrees and step out, heel, toe, and push. Open the curtain by following the back of my left hand as my weight comes to my left foot. Let's talk about weight separation in case I have some new people in class. Find that Wuji I talked about, and don't worry about being perfect in your Wuji if you're new to this. Just stand tall with your feet about hips width apart, or maybe shoulder width apart if that's better for you. Whatever works for you as far as being firm and grounded and balanced. So find that nice tall stance. Then allow your weight to go to one foot. Just lean to one foot. Then lean to the other. Notice when you're shifting that weight, how the other foot gets light. When the weight is firmly on one foot, the other foot can be safely lifted and stay in balance. I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to lift the other foot. You can lift it without going out of balance. Now, I have problems because I have peripheral neuropathy. And you might have something like that too. But even with peripheral neuropathy, this is safer than normal walking. Tai Chi safe walking. So for single whip from your Wuji, open and close, bring the weight to the left foot. Turn. That right foot now is free to be lifted. So I'm going to lift it and put the heel down. Come flat on that right foot, that forward foot, and then push. And my weight goes to that forward foot. Open the curtain, and my weight starts shifting to that back foot. Now with my weight on that back foot, I can lift that forward foot and bring it back in to join the back foot. So it's almost like I started to take a step and then I just brought my foot back again. Let's do that again. Open and close, weight to the left foot, single whip to the right, push the curtain out, weights on the right foot, open the curtain, weights on the left foot, bring in that right foot. That's it. Open, close, weight to the left foot, step out with the right and push. Rotate as you open the curtain, watching the back of that hand. Bring in that forward foot. And now, the hand that did not rotate, just drop it. We call this a swish. Sometimes I pronounce it swoosh, but it's a swish. So, try that again. Open and close. Single whip to the right. Open the curtain, shifting the weight. Bring in that front foot, push the other hand down. So now we're ready to do waving hands in the clouds. So basically waving hands starts with one hand high with the palm facing away, the other hand low. Now it can be anywhere down in here. It doesn't have to be here, doesn't have to be here, but your hand should be in that general direction, because we're going to switch hands and we want that hand handy. And by switch hands, notice how this one's palms away and this one's palm toward. You're going to bring the lower hand up, and it's just basically going to replace that upper hand. And then as you twist a little into the torso, you're going to bring that upper hand down. So they're just going to change places. So you're here and you switch hands. You can go back and forth a few times. See, just switch hands. That's all it is. One hand goes low, one hand goes high. So let's start from this point. This hand is palms away. If I can get it into a light. Oh, you can actually see my palm better there. Okay. So I'm going to switch hands. The low palm comes up, the upper palm comes down, and I twist a little in that torso. Perfect. Let's go through the sequence and get our stuff at that point so we can take the next step. Open and close. Weight to the left foot. Push the curtain as you step out, 45 degrees. Open the curtain. Bring in the foot. Swish the hand down and switch hands. Now I'm going to step out with the right foot, a small step, and rotate looking at the back of the right hand. This is a waving hands in the clouds. Bring in that left foot and switch hands and wave back. Notice how the weight just rocks from one foot to the other. Switch hands, step out, and rotate. I'm going from my left foot to my right foot with the weight. Bring the left foot in and switch hands and rotate back as the weight goes back to the left foot. Switch hands. Step out and rotate. Step in, switch hands and rotate. I'm going to do that with my back to you. Let's start at the Wuji with our open and close. Open and close. Single whip to the right. Step out to the right foot. Open the curtain, watching the back of the left hand. Bring the right foot in. Push that right hand down and then switch hands. Right hand goes high, left hand goes low. Step out to the right and rotate, watching the back of the right hand. Weight is shifting to the right foot. Switch hands, bring in the left foot and rotate back. Weight is shifting back to the left foot. We're just rocking. Switch hands, step out, rock your weight to the right foot. Step in, switch hands, rotate back. Step out, switch hands. Step in, switch hands, and rotate back. Now to end this sequence, you just bring that low hand up high, a little higher than the upper hand. Rotate the torso back forward. Come down to heart center for an open and a close. If you're brand new with us today, or maybe this is your second or third class, I would recommend you taking one form for today. Maybe if you're not used to commencement, make it commencement. And just practice commencement until we see you again. Or maybe you've been practicing commencement and you just want to do the single whip. Find one form and practice it a few times, maybe 5 minutes a day until we see you again. If you've been practicing with me for a few weeks, maybe you want to practice waving hands in the clouds until we see you again. You know, start with one wall and just start practicing all the way across the room. Maybe you'll do 10 of them. If it's a big room, maybe you'll do 15 or 20. It's better to focus on one movement, one form, until you create that pattern in your brain and you feel it. You start to enjoy that sensation without having to think about the mechanics. Even if you just practice open and close. I've preached this a couple of times in class. It's better to know one form, even if it's open and closed, and actually feel it. And by feeling it, I don't mean you have to feel energy ball. You don't have to feel anything special. Just feel what's going on in your body. Notice the sensation in your knees as you rise a little and sink a little. Notice the sensation in your belly or your chest as you breathe. Notice the air on your arms as you open and close. Notice how your shoulders rise a little on the open. Your shoulder blades pull a little closer together. This is feeling it. Notice how your hips rotate a little as you straighten. And then you rotate them back a little as you sink. It's more important to do a simple form, one, and feel it, than it is to memorize the whole thing. Memorizing the whole thing will come with effort, or I should say with experience. So let's get back to our single whip. Find your, let's do a commencement to get us in the mood. So find your wuji, arms are relaxed at your side. I'm going to turn sideways so you can get a look at me. Commencement is rotating the arms. Oh, I love the feel of that air on my arms. Drop the arms down. I have a fan going in my room and that sensation is so pleasant. Bring the weight to the right foot and step out with the left. When your weight's on that left foot, you're free to lift that right foot and have it join the left. Elbows come down. You open and you close, settling back into your relaxing pose. Single whip to the right. Bring your weight to the left foot. Turn to the right 45 degrees and push. Push that energy curtain. Then open the curtain as your weight comes to the left foot. Bring in the right foot, swoosh that right hand down and replace the left hand and allow the left hand to come down. Step out with the right foot and rotate the torso. The head and the back stay in one line and the eyes follow the hands. Bring in that left foot, switch the hands and rotate back. Breathing the whole time, no holding the breath. Switch hands. Step out to the right and rotate. You can allow your gaze to be right on your hand, or maybe your gaze can be so soft that you're looking a little beyond the hand. Switch hands, step in from the left and rotate back. Switch hands, step out and rotate. Switch hands, step in and rotate. The lowest hand comes up a little high, comes back as you're coming to forward. You rotate the torso back forward, and the hands come together for an open and a close. Let's talk about the footwork for open, waving hands in the clouds. It's pretty simple. The weight goes to one foot, and you step out with the other. Then the weight goes to that foot and you step in. Weight goes back. It's just a constant rocking or shifting of the weight. These are safe steps. Weight to the left foot. This could be your practice for the next few days. Just shifting the weight and taking a step out to the side. It doesn't matter which direction you go, because when we reverse it, you're stepping the other direction. To shift the weight and step out. When we talk about Tai Chi being great for balance and fall prevention, this is why. We start becoming far more conscious of our weight and our center of gravity. I cannot do this without envisioning a little line running through my body and shifting. Now it's through my left kneecap. Now it's starting to move to the center of my body. And it's moving to the right, going right through that right kneecap. If it goes too far and it's not through the kneecap, then I'm out of balance. You don't want it to go too far, because then you're leaning to the side. And with waving hands in the clouds, all we're doing is that motion while switching the hands and rotating. Switch the hands and rotate. Switch the hands and rotate. The hands should be soft. They shouldn't be stiff. Fingers should be softly curved a little. Shoulders should be soft. Knees should be soft. And just breathing. Actually put on some soft music and just do this part of the movement. It gets very meditative. Twisting the torso, the head stays with the shoulders, and they just twist together. You're not twisting in the knees. Upper body only twisting. The feet and legs stay basically firm in the center. Let's do that together. Let's start with our left palm in the air facing away, right hand down here somewhere near our abdomen. You may be the reverse, that's fine. Bring the weight to the left foot and step out, switch hands and rotate. Waving hands in the clouds. When you're firmly on that right foot, bring in the left and switch hands and rotate back. Step out to the right, switch hands and rotate. Step in from the left, switch hands and rotate. Switch hands, step out to the right and rotate. Switch hands, step in from the left and rotate. And we finish with that little flare in the hands where the low hand comes up higher. Torso rotates back to the front. Sink in the knees a little and open and close. Let's do the whole sequence. Find your Wuji. Commence by rotating the shoulders, soft elbows, soft wrist. Drop the hands, sink in the knees a little. Bring the hands to the belly button. The hands come up the chest. Bring your weight to the right foot and step out to the left. Step forward with the left. The weight's on the left foot. Bring the right to join, elbows down for an open and a close. Single whip to the right, bring your weight to the left foot. Rotate 45 degrees and step out and push the curtain. Your weight's going to the right foot. Open the curtain, watching the back of the left hand, and your weight goes to the left foot. Bring in the right foot to join the left. Swish the right hand down. Switch hands. The right hand goes high, left hand goes low. Step out to the right and rotate. Switch hands, bring in the left foot and rotate back. Step out to the right, switch hands and rotate. Step in with the left, switch hands and rotate. Switch hands, step out to the right and rotate. Step in with the left, switch hands and rotate. Right hand goes high, torso turns to front, and you open and close. I'm going to face you this time so my words will be opposite. Commencement, rotate the shoulders. Draw the U as your hands come toward I say your belly button, but in Tai Chi, that's called the Dantian. It's an energy center, kind of like in yoga where we have the chakras. So the hands come down towards your Dantian energy center. As the hands rise up the chest, the weight goes to the right foot. Step out with the left, small step. Put the weight on the left foot as you reach forward. Bring the right to join the left foot. Elbows down, open, and close. Single whip to the right. Bring your weight to the left foot. Now, a trick with that is you can, as you're bringing your weight to the left foot, you can lift that left heel and turn it out. I'm going to do a big turn just so you'll see what I'm doing. You can turn it out. Now that's a big turn. You don't really want to go that far, but just turn it out an inch or so. That preps your pelvis to be able to handle your 45-degree turn to the right and step out. Push the energy curtain. Open the curtain, bringing your weight to the left foot. Lift that right foot and bring it in to join the left, and swoosh that right hand down. It's just going to keep going and replace that left hand, and the left hand's going to come down. You're going to step out to the right and rotate. Step in with the left, switch hands, and rotate back. Switch hands, step out and rotate. Switch hands, step in and rotate back. Step out, switch hands and rotate. Step in, switch hands and rotate. Bring the hands back to heart center. Open and close. Let's do single whip to the right and then do single whip to the left. If you're new to this, don't panic. Just follow along the best you can. I just want to give the more experienced people a little bit of a practice session of doing it both directions. If you keep coming back, you're going to get practiced in both directions. So hang in there if you're new. So open and close. Single whip to the right. Let me do it with my back to you. Single whip to the right. Step out to the right. Open the curtain. Bring in the right foot. Push the right hand down, switch hands, and rotate. Switch hands, bring the left foot in and rotate. Switch hands, step out to the right and rotate. Step in, switch hands and rotate. Switch hands, step out and rotate. Switch hands, step in and rotate. Right hand goes high. Come back to heart center for an open and close. Single whip to the left. The weight goes to the right foot this time, and you step out to the left and push. 45 degrees angle. Open the curtain. Staring at the back of the right hand. Bring in the left foot. Swish the left hand down and switch hands. Step out to the left and rotate. Watching the back of the left hand. Step in, switch hands and rotate. Step out, switch hands and rotate. Switch hands, step in and rotate. Switch hands, step out and rotate. Switch hands, step in and rotate. I've lost count, so we're going to do one more. Switch hands, step out and rotate. Right hand comes a little higher than the left. You come back to center and open and close. So let's continue with our to the right. Let's find our Wuji. Commencement. Elbows down for an open and a close. Weight goes to your left foot and you step out to the right and push. Weight to the left foot. Waving hands in the clouds as you're stepping to the right. Now I'm going kind of quick with this. Your home practice, you can start to slow it down once you get used to doing it. I highly recommend it. Open and close. Do that one more time. I think we have time in our allotted time. Start from the Wu-Ji with an open and close. Open and close. Single whip to the right. Waving hands in the clouds. Watching the back of the right hand as your weight shifts to the right foot. Rotate back. Step out to the right. Rotate to the right. Step in with the left and rotate back. Step out to the right and rotate. Step in from the left and rotate back. Right hand goes high and you come back to center for an open and a close. And when you're finished with your practice for the day, you can just take the hands forward and rotate the shoulders down for a formal closing. There's multiple formal closings. One of them is hands go out, come to heart center, and push down the spine. You're just pushing energy down the spine. This is my favorite because I get to inhale up and push down multiple times. We typically do like 3 of them to close off a sequence, or close off our practice, I should say. Inhale and exhale. And then maybe in your practice, you'd like to come back to the energy ball and spend a minute in just a silent meditation while you reach for the energy in the energy ball. When we're searching for sensations, I talk about the breath and the muscles and feeling the sensations on your skin. But we do want to start noticing whether we can feel energy sensations. And the energy ball, or the open and close, is a great exercise. You just hold the energy ball, breathe, and just see if you feel anything. It doesn't matter if you don't, doesn't matter if you do, because the exercise is not what you feel. The exercise is becoming aware and looking for what you feel. You may notice tingling in the palms or a warming of the palms. You can tease it a little bit by doing the open and close, which is called pulsing. Maybe that brings a different sensation. Maybe you can rotate the energy ball. You don't have to feel chi. You don't even have to believe in chi. All you have to do is reach to become aware of sensation. Become aware of what's going on in your body. You can relax your hands down. Let's come seated. Let's see. Let me change back to my other. Oh, did I do the whole class with the wrong camera? I did the whole class with my seated camera. Sorry, folks. I would have given you a better perspective. I didn't switch the camera. At least I didn't do it correctly. Okay, let's let me share the screen, and we'll do a little bit more. I've lost my slides again. I guess I minimized the browser. I did. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, it's still not there. What's going on? I can see it there. I'm just muttering because I'm looking for my browser inside Zoom so I can depict it. Are you able to see my slides at this point?
No time.
Okay, good. I was thinking I hadn't shared them. Okay. So, okay, good. I was thinking I hadn't shared them. Whew, what's going on there? Okay, remember, Tai Chi is a slow, mindful movement practice. In class, sometimes I feel like I'm rushing to try to get the information over to you and get some time in for practice. But if you can practice at home 5 minutes a day between classes, that is when you can really start building up that that mind-body recognition of the movements and stop thinking so much about the mechanics. And then you can start slowing it down. So even 5 minutes a day. I mean, if you want to practice more, feel free. Do not overdo it. Understand your own limitations. And but 5 minutes a day is something that will make a difference. If you don't want to practice in between, don't. Just come back and practice with us in class. That's fine. I highly recommend using music in your practice. Anything soft or easy listening is recommended by me. Nature sounds are great, but you use what is relaxing for you. Maybe you find silence relaxing or gray noise. Use what you find relaxing. Thank you for coming today. On the weekends especially, I really appreciate it when some of you come and share some time with me. The Get Set Up experience. Hopefully you're having some good times on Get Set Up and you would like to share them with other people. If you would go on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and tell people what's going on, the experiences you're having, that would be great. If you don't want to be bothered doing that yourself, just send an email to Liz at getsetup.io, and tell her what you're enjoying, and she'll put it on the blog, on the company's website blog. But we do want to hear from you, and we want people to be able to read and hear what experiences you're having. Now, Tai Chi is a gentle movement form based on Qigong. So Qigong is a related class to this. Qigong teaches you individual forms and teaches you how they're therapeutic. Tai Chi just takes those therapeutic forms and put them into a sequence and turns it into a meditation. Slow flow yoga is sort of like that. It's yoga asanas that have been put into a flow sequence and slowed down. So you might want to try slow flow yoga class. My next class is, of course, Tai Chi for beginners. Come back and join me as often as you can. Take the Tai Chi, Why It's Great for Seniors, one time, please, at least, just so that you get indoctrinated and learn a little bit about the history and get to spend some time learning commencement form. Kundalini Yoga is my preferred yoga, and I'm teaching it here twice a week now, primarily for chair, but I have people coming to class who are on the mat, and that's fine because I teach it both ways. Whether you're practicing your yoga in a chair or a mat, I will guide you through it. So come try my Kundalini Yoga, the yoga of awareness. I actually call it the yoga of therapy because it's a therapeutic yoga intended to make us healthier. Not so much about going to the gym and sweating or being power yoga. It's actually about therapeutic actions to make our body work better. Tai Chi Shibashi. Oh man, I can't tell you how much I love Tai Chi Shibashi. 18 Qigong forms repeated so many times. We do it in repetition. Also designed like Kundalini Yoga to be therapeutic. By the time you've done the 18 forms in Shibashi, you've moved every part of your body in a gentle, flowing, enjoyable manner. I mean, you can't beat it. That is just some of the best exercise you can do, and you end up feeling so great. It can be done in a chair, it can be done standing. If you haven't done it yet, come give it a try. If you have done it, please keep coming back as often as you can. And then my newest offering is Sit and Get Fit. It's a little different because all my other offerings are meditative and therapeutic. Well, Sit and Get Fit is basically exercise. It's chair-based fitness. So if you come to my Saturday morning class, it'll be somewhat gentle. If you come to my Sunday afternoon class at 4:30, it's going to be a little vigorous. We're going to be doing a lot of the same movements from time to time. But on Sunday at 4:30, we do them a little faster. The music's a little faster. And on Saturday morning, the music's a little slower. And I keep pushing people to slow down. Come try them both, see which one fits your needs, and then come back often. Or maybe you like to do both. You can always come Saturday morning and go faster than I'm proposing, or you can come Sunday at 4:30 and go slower. You don't have to follow me perfect. Class notes. I'm going to send you some class notes today, and I'll detail the forms that are in Sung Style Single Whip. And you can read those words to help you with your home practice, especially if you've got the recording. You can follow the recording, but you can go read the word descriptions to see if you're missing something from the recording. There will be a couple of links in the notes on random classes that got picked out, but that's just to see if maybe you want to try something new that you haven't tried. So just take a look at the 3 links and see, maybe that's a word I don't know, or maybe it's a word of something I wanted to always try, and book that class and try it. Important to me, though, is to give feedback. I really need your feedback. Get Set Up needs your feedback, because when you click that button,
Hi.
yeah,
We're not seeing any of your slides. I'm not.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not.
Thank you for popping in and telling me that. I was worried that that was happening because Zoom was, I can't seem to get Zoom to cooperate, but I'm going to try. Hang on a minute. Ah, there's the button I needed. Okay. I needed one button that I couldn't find, and I just found it. Thank you so much. Because I know how much you guys enjoy going over these same closing slides every time, don't you? Admit it. You look, you come to the class, but you really are here just to go over these same darn slides repeatedly, aren't you? Thank you anyway. Well, as I was saying, the give feedback. This little button, this box pops up, and it defaults to 4 stars. So if you just click done, you're going to rate the class 4 out of 5 stars, and me 4 out of 5 stars. And that's fine if that's your opinion. But if you want more of these classes, click 5 stars. They pay attention to that. If you want me to be teaching some more of these classes or more classes, give me a 5 stars, because that helps them make decisions. And put comments. Oops, I didn't mean to put comments. If the Tai Chi isn't long enough, or it's too long, or it's too hard, or you're not getting enough, whatever criticism you have or whatever positive statement you'd like to say, put it there. It is paid attention to. The same thing over here. If my accent is annoying, tell them, because I do have an accent. If I can't get my slides right, tell them, or tell them that I'm doing something well. Either way, let the powers that be know your feelings and comments you want to make. And then down here, this is a good box. This is a comment on anything that you think could improve at Get Set Up. Or maybe it's just something else you want to learn. I was in my class this morning, I was talking about maybe you're somebody who wants to learn how to skydive. Put it in here. Say, can you get somebody who teaches me or tells me at least where to go to learn how to skydive? Enough people ask for it, they'll come up with somebody. We're a community, people. Give me feedback during these classes. Like, interrupt me if you have to and say something's going wrong. Let me know, because we're in this together. I'm just the guide. I may be leading this forum, but you may be the guide in the next session. Maybe you're guiding something about how you grow daffodils. So we're in this together, and spread the word. Bring in your friends and family and neighbors and people from the PTA meeting and the senior center. Bring them all in. And if you've got that interest, like I said, daffodils, consider holding an interest group. All you have to do is click the button, say, hi, my name is so-and-so. I love daffodils, and I'm growing yellow ones this season. I don't even know if they come in other colors, but start the conversation, and then everybody will start chatting about it. We partner with various agencies and companies that are assisted care, senior living, government, and community organizations. So if you're associated to any of those, please send us their contact information, because we want to reach out to them and see if we can partner, bring more to them, bring more to those of us who are already here. And of course, Victor did a recording of today's class. And if you want a copy, just email help@getsetup.io, and they'll hook you up with a copy. Now, this is recently new. There's a special address at the website at getsetup.io. All you do is add a /series/TY, TY, and you'll get a list of my classes. And this will be in the notes, so you don't have to memorize this. And it'll be hot linked in the notes, I believe. But only thing you have to do is go to that specific address, and every unique class I have, unique by name, will be listed with a link to the next class that has open seats. So this is a way to stay up with my classes. So you might want to, if you know how to memorize a link in your browser, you might want to memorize this so you can go straight to my classes. And if you don't know how to memorize the link, contact help@getsetup.io and ask them. Everybody doing okay? Thank you for coming and spending some time with me on your busy weekend. I know how busy it can get. Let's see what the chat is. You guys are just so nice, so generous with your comments. Still don't see any slides. Yeah, that's why you have to yell at me. When I say something that doesn't make any sense, yell at me. Okay, I want to thank you all for coming. And remember, if you'll take this on for 5 minutes a day, it will really make a difference in your practice. But more important, just keep coming back. You can just practice here. Until I see you again, be good. Take care of yourself so you can take care of all those people that you love and care about. And I'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.